What was the Boland Amendment? Have you ever wondered how U.S. policies shaped the political landscape in Latin America during the Cold War? One significant piece of legislation was the Boland Amendment. This series of laws passed by the United States Congress in the 1980s aimed to restrict government support for the Contras. The Contras were a rebel group fighting against the Sandinista government in Nicaragua. The Sandinistas had come to power after overthrowing the Somoza dictatorship and were aligned with leftist, pro-communist ideals. The first Boland Amendment was enacted in 1982. It specifically prohibited the Central Intelligence Agency and the Department of Defense from providing military assistance to the Contras. This was a direct response to concerns in Congress about U.S. involvement in covert operations that aimed to destabilize a sovereign nation. Many viewed this as an aggressive intervention against a government that was aligned with communism. While the First Amendment allowed for some non-military aid, it aimed to prevent the CIA from funding armed rebellion. As time went on, subsequent versions of the Boland Amendment expanded these restrictions. By 1984, the amendment prohibited all U.S. government agencies from providing any aid to the Contras. This included military and paramilitary support. It even banned the Reagan administration from soliciting funds from third-party countries or private donors to support the Contras. This was an effort to close loopholes that had been exploited to continue funding the rebels indirectly. From the perspective of the Sandinista government, the Boland Amendment represented a congressional effort to limit U.S. interference in Nicaragua's affairs. The Sandinistas viewed the Contras as counter-revolutionary forces backed by a foreign power. They believed that the Contras were trying to reverse the social and economic reforms that had been made after their rise to power. Despite the Boland Amendment, the Reagan administration found ways to bypass these restrictions. This led to the Iran-Contra scandal, where funds were secretly funneled to the Contras through arms sales to Iran. This scandal highlighted the administration's determination to continue its anti-communist agenda, even in the face of legal prohibitions. In essence, the Boland Amendment was a significant congressional measure aimed at limiting U.S. military support for the Contras in Nicaragua. It reflected the tensions within the U.S. government regarding interventionist policies in Latin America. This legislation played a key role in the broader context of Cold War conflicts between communist and anti-communist forces in the region.